Ask questions. I'm disappointed that we let some big leads get away. I thought our team played great defense first half. Then we come out, and I'm concerned. I told my players that some of you look like y'all are more concerned about, hey, I don't want to win a game, 62 to 35. Several years ago, my team at Stephen F. went to UTEP and beat them 54 to 35, the fewest number of points ever allowed in Don Haskins' gym. I tell you what, there was a very happy group of young men in that locker room, and so we had a mental letdown at halftime. Plus, I think Lamar really came out and played, as far as what I've seen in terms of an exhibition game and 2 games they played. I thought they played pretty well, shooting the three good in the second half. In the second half, they shot it very well. They rebounded the ball well. We out-rebounded, but offensively, I thought they had some second chances. That also disappointed me. But if you look at our team, right here, the stats, we have 18 of 23 turnovers by frontline players. Frontline players, not guards. And Imani has 3 and 34. I'm fine with that. They're surrounding him every time he catches it. But Caden Tilbury has 5 and 19. Witherspoon has 6 and 32, and Naylor has 4 and 20. We can't do that. We can't have that. And that was just my message in there. Play smart. We took some shots at the end where the clock's our enemy, and then we made some dumb passes too, some ignorant passes, and fouls. So I thought if we could come out and maybe score the first 4 or 6 points. Psychologically, it would be a downer for them, but heck, they scored the first 6 points. And all of a sudden, it was a game after that. And I think we extended it, how many times? Twice? Mm-hmm. I think we went on runs twice, and we let them back in the game. And that's disappointing to me on our home court. I think Lamar is a good team. I don't think they're as good as Seattle, and yet we go up beating Seattle on their floor. So, like I told the guys last year we seemed to play worse at home than we did on the road. I hope that's not a case of my girlfriend's here, my father and mother are here, because then we got a very immature team. And we did have one last year. I hope it's better this year. So I'll open it up to questions.
Coach, in the first half, you mentioned the defense did very well. Did you see anything adjustments from Lamar maybe in the second half to get the ball?
No, I really believe that we came out flat. And they came out and they did what I asked them to take charge right off the bat, dominate the first 5 minutes of the game, and you might destroy their psyche. Instead, their coach, I'm sure, said, we can get back in this game if we make them turn it over and we can get the first 4 or 6 points. And that's exactly what happened. So their guys, we're at home. And like I said, you guys would love to go play at Duke. Duke never takes it. I don't care if they're playing Presbyterian. They're going to kill you if they can. They're not only going to beat you, they're going to stomp your neck. And that's what I don't understand, why we played such a good defensive game the first half and not so in the second half.
Coach, y'all led wire to wire the entire time. Obviously, the biggest lead being 15 points. Can you just talk about down the stretch? In the first half, Amani was in beast mode, 12-7, 12-8, I think, at the break. Can you talk about his performance? And then down the stretch, Jamarcus, even though he had those turnovers, kind of carried the team offensively down the stretch.
I thought Imani had a great game. Look at the 4 steals, 2 blocks, even 3 assists, 14-point double-double. And, he changed some shots as well as blocked some shots. So, if there's an MVP of the game, it's him. Jamarcus had good scoring, but there were some shots he took and some turnovers he made that kind of took away from that. He plays very hard, and he's very competitive. He's easy to coach. He just sometimes gets carried away with the game, and I'm saying you got to keep your poise, and you can't let it. I said, quit playing JUCO ball. We're no longer in JUCO. We're playing Division I basketball. And that JUCO ball is different. So, so are the ACT scores. So anyway, we're not going to be playing dumb basketball. We're going to be playing smart basketball. So you got a kick out of that one, didn't you?
Obviously, Coach, you want to shoot. So you guys shot 25%. Yeah,
50.
basically. So talk about some adjustments you want to make on the outside shooting. Obviously, that's going to be key for you.
Well, listen, I don't. You know, Ethan Montalvo is recruited to be a shooter. He's 1 for 5 from the 3. Like I told Ethan, you know, I want you to shoot, but you're going to have to do some other things. You can't have 3 turnovers in 20 minutes as a guard. You know, and I mean, he had some 40-point games last year. He's a qualifier, so you know he's a qualifier. Black's a qualifier. They were overlooked in high school, and you know Black has 3 years with us. I should have played him more, by the way. I just got finished apologizing to him for not giving him more time. Gant's a qualifier. He's out of JUCO, so you know we like to take the 3-year player out of JUCO who's a qualifier out of high school. 1, we don't think we'll lose him to academic problems. And 2, you have them 3 years. And you see 2 guys on there between Black and Gant. So even Naylor went to a Division I school and transferred. He's a qualifier. So we feel like, you know, we're more, where we feel like these kids are easier to coach, but I mean, I can get on them and they don't say nothing back, unlike last year. So, I mean, I think Rob told me this is the first time the school has started off 2-0 in against Division I opponents since 1998. That's 16 years ago. Mm-hmm. And I'm very happy about that. I mean, if we can get through this game at UTSA Saturday, and that's a big if, I mean, we have a chance to have a pretty good, you know, preseason record. And these guys, unlike last year, I want to give some to last year's guys. We played a killer schedule, fellas. Bill Colhane said it's the toughest he's seen in a long time. If you look at the top 25 this year, it's Utah, SMU, and Texas are all in there. And Oral Roberts beat Tulsa the other day. And we played Oral Roberts with their best player before he got hurt. And then he gets hurt. I mean, if we lose like Imani to an injury, we're going to be hurt. So.
Coach, at times last year, in games like this where Lamar's making a run down the stretch there, I forgot, I think it was 3 minutes left to make back-to-back 3-pointers.
We might have collapsed.
Exactly, compared to last year. So this
we might
year,
have collapsed.
This year, definitely, I know it's only a second game, but one thing that stood out, Coach, is you guys went 19 of 23 from the line. Yes. I know at times last year, free throws cost you games.
Oh, free throws. I mean, we played 11 close games. I think you've seen that. We lost 10 out of 11. Where we're down 1 or 2, or up 1 or 2 with 2 minutes to go, or tied. And free throws in many of those games was the difference. Somebody maybe just missed 1, but the front end of a 1-and-1. Or like against Lafayette last year, you know, our best free throw shooter, and I really don't want to don't use his name, but our best free throw shooter goes like 5 for 10. And I guess that's coaching, you know. So this year, I do think we have a all-around better point guard. Look, he scored 0 points. No, he had 5 points. DJ Brown was very good at Seattle. He wasn't quite as good tonight, but he's a very valuable member of our team. Even when he doesn't score, he does some very good things.